All right, good morning, world. If I get close enough, we can probably hear. It's about 8 o'clock on the morning on the 6th of April. I am on mile marker 16, which means I'm 16 miles from Arizona. Yeah, still in New Mexico. From what's going to happen is I'm going to cross into Arizona and then turn northeast a little bit, and then go up to the Four Corners, and then we'll hit the Four Corners. So it's like 16 miles to the border of Arizona, and then it's a few miles up from there. The wind has not stopped. It kind of slowed down around midnight for a couple hours, and then it kicked up again. It's just been miserable. I just had the army cot tucked down behind a little bush, not much for shelter at all. When I was in the motel room, I had an idea. I took my Gorilla Tape and that piece of plastic I used when it rained, and I taped up a couple of the seams to make more of a bag out of it. That did seem like it was warmer. The wind didn't blow through it, but then it fluttered all night anyway. And it's like if it got really bad, I'd try to grab the end and tuck it under my head or something like that, but not a good solution. Looks like I got wind for at least 2 more days, and then we'll see what happens after that. So it's just basically miserable today, but no reason to sit still anymore. So the sun's been up for just over an hour. I got about 40 volts on the battery, so not quite full, but just about last night. It's completely blue skies, so we should have really good sun. That'll help me with the headwind, as long as I can, if I just set a slower speed, I'll have enough power to power through it, so that'll help. Right now it is basically a headwind, so it's not going to blow me off the road, it's just going to slow me down. When I turn north, then it'll be a side wind, so it'll be kind of a matter of how fast it's blowing. We'll see. Maybe we'll only make 20 miles today. Whatever. As long as we're moving forward. One way or another, we'll get out of New Mexico today, though. Yeah. Then on to state 3, 4, and 5. Yay! Okay, moving on. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. We can still see Shiprock from even the bottom of this ravine. That's crazy. So this is going to be a serious climb. I'm a little bit out of the wind here, but that's what I'm hoping, is at least going up the hill. The wind is kind of crossing me now, so maybe I'll duck that a little bit. I'm burning 5 to 10 amps on the level, just trying to go 4 or 5 miles an hour into the headwind. I mean, I'm just blowing through my battery like crazy. So that's pretty depressing. I mean, you're like, oh, okay, you start off the morning with a full charge. You can't even go level. I'm going down the hill, let off the brakes, and I hit terminal velocity at about 12 miles an hour sometimes because the wind is stopping me. It's crazy. This is not a fun day. Anyway, aside from that, it's not too cold, although I still have my jacket on even. Yeah, I've still got all my layers on. I got my jacket. I've been riding with the face mask right over my face, even up to my nose sometimes, as long as it doesn't fog up my glasses. On this trip, I haven't been wearing the sunglasses except for the windiest days. It's just brutal. Honestly, there's just not enough profanities to cover it today so far. Last night was blowing like crazy. I'm just kind of cranky today. I gotta look it up, or somebody that gets bored, check this out for me. What are the power, what would be the word? What's the power profile for the Mars rovers? They've got a little nuclear reactor on them. It's not very big. I think, I mean, the earlier rovers that were solar powered were only running on a few hundred watts. So pretty close to what I'm doing, right? So what I'm wondering is the bigger rovers, they're about the size of an SUV. So they've got a small nuke powering them. They don't call it that. It's radio something or other, but it's basically a nuclear reactor. I'm like, man, that's what I need. I need one of those. Coffee from yesterday. Taking a coffee break. It's still kind of warm. This is from Wendy's. Yeah, okay. Well, it's about 11:30. I'm not making good time today. This is definitely not a good day for the batteries. They're performing well. It's just brutal. I'm burning probably twice as much power as normal between the wind and the hills. So I'll be going on the level and using battery, just trying to, get forward speed going. And I'm not going very fast. It's just brutal. What is that saying? If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. Anything forward. Yeah, I think that's it. Any forward movement is better than sitting still. What was the other one? Fall forward, fail forward. Just keep moving. It's so hard to get your head around. It's like, yeah, what I can do in a day is less than an hour in the car. You'd breeze through this so fast you wouldn't even see the details. Well, a view from the top, I guess. I don't think I ever want to come back here again. It's like in your head, you're like, okay, this is going to be hard, but you can't really imagine what it's really going to be like. Alright, it's 12:40. I'm at the state line. As long as I don't run out of guardrails, everything will be just fine, right? Alright, Arizona. We're out of New Mexico. Cool. Alright, forward and onward, right? I am so glad I'm leaving as early as I did on this trip. I just assumed 50 miles a day would be easy. Some days they are, some days they aren't. Days like today, I feel like if I can do 20 miles, I'm pretty happy with myself. I think we'll do better than that today, but holy crap. 2.5 amps a charge. Well, it should be downhill to the Four Corners. Well, except for all the little uphills. Just try not to get down right now. Alright, a little bit after 1 o'clock, pulled off the road for a quick break. I'm probably about a mile from the turnoff to go up to the Four Corners. There's apparently a little monument or something there. Found a convenient rock to lean on. I've got one broken spoke, but that's not what I stopped for. The derailleur, or no, the freewheeler on the sprockets that lets you coast just completely packed up on me. It's been acting up for the last couple days. I don't know. I mean, this was the best of the bikes that I had left at that point. It's all rusty and stuff, but it's supposed to let you freewheel, and then once in a while it'll just grab and knot. It's got a sticky spot in it, which is not too bad when you're sitting still or not moving very. And then sometimes it doesn't engage also, so you do about half a turn before it engages. Yeah, not real convenient. Anyway, so yeah, this bike was put together from all the spare parts from the other bikes, and so unfortunately that's the one that's got the good climbing gear. That's a 7-speed. I don't really care about the 7-speed, but I really like that climbing gear. The The wheel back here is also a rear wheel. It's still got the sprocket on it, so I've got a spare. It's not quite as low of a climbing gear, and it's only 6 speeds. Again, I don't care about the 6 or the 7. I have taken these apart, but I don't have any of the tools I need to do it out here. So I'm just going to swap. I've already got most of the good spokes on this wheel, so I don't want to swap wheels. So I guess what's going to happen is I'll pull this wheel off, pull that wheel off, swap sprockets, and then while I'm doing it, I'll fix the broken spoke. And since I have to take the tire off anyway, I'm going to put the rear tire on here because it's got more tread on it. Kind of rotate them a little bit. So, yeah. 2 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 2 broken spokes on the wheel. I switched rear sprockets between the spare rear wheel and the front. Reset the shifting, so hopefully that'll work because it's a 6-speed instead of a 7-speed. So I got it kind of adjusted. We'll try it for a while and see how it does. Swapped tires from the back wheel to the trailer just to even out the wear. This tire is slightly taller profile, which whatever, it might make it a little softer riding actually. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. I've been looking down, not in a happy mood. It's like, this is quite a nice place. I mean, I wouldn't want to spend much time up here, but it looks really nice. Big old rocks and snow in the distance and hills and, you know, your average welcome to America. We got our assortment of broken glass everywhere. I wonder if people just, you know, disappeared, how long it would take the planet to recover. Sometimes this just gets me down thinking about it. Kind of typical landscape out here. We got the little trees, but almost no bushes. It's just kind of different. Little, I don't know what you call those, tabletop mountains or whatever. Maybe I learned that from Little House on the Prairie. Well, it honestly took me so long to get here, I almost don't care. But this is the 4 corners. So let's take a little walk around and then we got to get out of here. They charged $5 to get in, but I asked and she let me go on a bicycle. That's got to be worth something, but I don't know. If I had a car, I'd probably just pay the $5. Oh man. The wind is still blowing, right? So the way I figured it, Texas is state number 1. That's where I started. New Mexico is state number 2. We crossed into New Mexico coming into here again. Arizona is 3. Utah will be on this side, so we'll say Utah's 4. Wait, yeah, that's right. This is nicer than I expected. Tribal land, I think it was Navajo. Alright. Yeah, we'll get the order right. So it was Texas first, New Mexico second. Arizona 3. Utah 4. Oh yeah, Colorado is 5. I always forget Colorado. Alright. Honestly, we should spend a minute in Colorado since we're not going to go there. The whole premise of the trip was just to hit the States. I've been through Colorado a few times. I'd like to go back and visit, but practicality, it's not in the cards this time. When I was first planning the trip, I expected to hit Colorado on the way going east when I could do the northern states, and then I realized I could pick it up pretty easy here and not have to backtrack so far. The downside of that is it put me a lot further north than I should have been this time of year. If I would have stayed further south, it would have been a lot warmer probably. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I have not taken my jacket or my toque off all day, and I've had my face covered about 80% of the time. It just has not warmed up. So, I think what I'm going to do, I was watching, I'm going to have to backtrack about 6 miles to the main highway. We're on Highway 160 now. We'll be back on 160 in about half a mile. If it's 3 o'clock now, I think what I'm going to do, there was a bunch of little spots I could pull off that had some tree cover between here and the main highway. Since it's already 3 o'clock, the goal was 4 corners and we got that. It only took an extra 2 days, I think, but crazy. Yeah. Alright, see if we can get out of here. This might be the best campsite yet, as long as it doesn't rain. Or I'll get flash flooded out of here, but no forecast for rain. Take our chances, right? Yeah. Highway is just right there. But unless I'm wearing my vest, I don't think anybody's going to even see me. It's pretty quiet, actually. That tree's going to block. I got enough of these trees to kind of slow the wind down. It's kind of blowing this way, but if I put the bed right there, I'm down low enough, I think I'll be okay. Battery is nearly fully charged still. It's in the 40s, so 41.5 is cut off. So it's, I think with where I'm parked, it'll be fully charged by the time the sun goes down. Yeah, stopping to change wheels and stuff about an hour ago gave it a full chance to charge up, and by the time I got to 4 corners, I had a full charge again. Anyway, it is 3:40 now. I think I've got signal, so I should be able to post a video tonight. A little oasis almost here. This is nice. Anyway, I have not taken my jacket off all day. I'm still wearing my sweatpants, sweatshirt. I'm all layered up. Sitting still now out of the wind a little bit. I'm starting to feel a little bit warm. First time all day, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so it's probably going to get cold tonight. We're still at about 5,000 feet. Yeah, anyway. It's funny, just looking at this place now, it almost feels like a park, and I feel bad for having trampled and made a bunch of footprints in the sand. It was perfectly smooth when I rolled in here. I almost forget I'm within like 50 feet of the highway. There isn't a whole lot of traffic right now. And aside from the wind, it's just beautiful in here. Alright, as always, thanks for following along. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting and all the comments and all that. So keep it up and stay tuned for the next one. We are officially past 4 corners. And I'm not sure at the moment if I'm still in New Mexico or in Arizona. I was pretty happy to be out of New Mexico, and then I had to cross into New Mexico to hit 4 corners. And I don't know. Wait, I am in Arizona. Yay! I'm out of New Mexico. Anyway, for anybody curious, no, I'm not going to do any exploring into Colorado this trip. I've gone through, actually thinking about it, I have been in pretty much every state west of the Mississippi already at one time or another. So I don't feel the urge to have to go exploring a whole lot. My point was just to hit every state. So I didn't go more than probably 4 feet into Colorado, for instance. Okay. Sorry. but we'll at least hit every state that is on the list, so we'll get there. What I'm thinking though is in the future, one way or another, I think what I'm doing for now, this year I'll finish the western states, next year we'll do the eastern states, possibly Alaska the third year, and then we'll see how it goes. But I'd love to go back and actually explore every state. That might be when I get back to like van life or something like that. Hopefully by then electric vans will be common and affordable, because I would love the idea of being able to go carbon neutral, aside from the the actual manufacturer of the van itself, but to be able to go pure solar and explore every state and not worry about things like wind and weather. That just seems like a fun idea. So if I can pull that off, I mean, drive for 200 miles, stop for 3 or 4 days, let the solar recharge the van, and then drive again. And with that in place, then I could do a solar, or use the van to charge the electric bike and do little day trips and cover the area. Now we're talking. And then get back to the van every night. So if you'd like to see that, go ahead and hit the start sending me a whole big old pile of money, right? That'll take a while, but I mentioned this in the comments. I don't know if I actually said it on the videos or not, but there are cargo vans coming out I think some are already on the market that are pure electrics. The Volkswagen, I can't remember what it's called, the ID Buzz, I think. Volkswagen is releasing a new version of their microbus that is pure electric. It's based on the same platform as some of their other electric cars. That's on the market this year, I think. The other alternative, though, is there's companies like EV West out in California that are doing electric conversion kits and parts and full turnkey conversions. So one of the things they're doing is they're salvaging Tesla batteries and repackaging them, essentially, building them into new modules. So you could take any vehicle practically, and there's enough motors on the market and controllers and all the various parts, so you could convert any vehicle to electric now. So if, for instance, I used to have an Astrovan. An Astrovan would be a cool conversion because it's set up for hauling cargo. So it has the suspension and so on that could handle the weight of the batteries without too much trouble. So might be an idea. I used to love my Astrovan, so man, if I could do that one in electric, that would be kind of cool. Anyway, that's future plans. For now, it's just enjoy the sunshine. I'm in a good spot. That doesn't always happen. Last night wasn't so good. I don't think anybody actually can see me down here. Yesterday's campsite, ironically, wasn't very far away, but man, with that wind, I sure didn't get very far. But 2 people stopped to see if I was okay, so that's not the definition of stealth camping. You gotta at least get far enough off the road to not be visible. But on that road, I think the fence was 20 feet from the road, so there wasn't a whole lot of options there. At the end of the day, when you're out of batteries and your legs are rubber, you pretty much stop wherever you can. So go for safe first and stealthy after. But yeah, this feels like the jackpot right now. So yeah, living the dream. All right, thanks for helping out, and see you soon. Bye for now.